side. There will be a decent amount to work with the execution. They'll pop open the squeaky door. It's floppy from the bear down upon them from the rafters. He gets killed off by Config, who doubles up the junior all the same. JT fell in the interim, so a 4 versus 2. Grim quick to respond up towards the heaven position. Good flick on the zip. Trying to connect to Config the same, but unable to do so. Config ends up with a quadra. Another quadra in the pistol to get the pistol for Astralis.
Pistol God, perhaps, when it comes down to the rounds itself. Very well achieved there from Config. And for Complexity, they have a slightly unorthodox doing a retake heavy setup on A, leaving this short position completely open and exposed for the taking for Astralis. But this could still be a fake. Config actually getting caught off by JT.
He heard the footsteps, may have even seen the head above the smoke. Either way, it's a kill found, and now FaNg's got to work in against the mid-to-be play. Glaive with the Mac 10 walking up. Floppy can dish out some damage as the AWP gets caught off guard. FaNg with a double, in fact, removes both from play. And now blameF is left alone on here by himself, a 1 versus 4. Bomb dropped in the mid-to-be play, and he hasn't really got time to... Still a bonus round for Astralis, though. They should be pretty good on the money line. I mean, you can take a look at the cash amounts they've got and the fact that they can buy up these weapons, trade up to the SMGs, they can find the drop weapons as well. Junior's got a lot of work to do. A 1v4 clutch. He's found that first. 3 more to go as he creeps around towards the observation room with very little info to play with on both parties here. Astralis knowing of his last position, but they're now in secret the same, so they should be aware that he's pushed forward at the very least. How much further forward, though? Time's starting to tick away on Junior. And the next fight... now he's revealed his position. The next fight could come in from all sorts of angles here. You can see Glaive slowly pushing up against him. Smokes down, Defects wraps the corner, and gets the kill.
Yeah, very difficult 1v3 in all there for Junior, because you're going to make...
See down, and the advantage swings the way of Astralis now. FaNg picked up on a directive engagement, so he's out of the round. Floppy and Junior, 4 versus 2, 10 seconds. The whole round stalled to a grinding halt. Junior might even fall here. Indeed he will. Floppy to survive as Astralis gain a very good 4th round.
A lovely util damage just to keep chunking down towards those lower tunnels players, to stall with the time. And with that sort of setup there for Complexity, you have to act with the A split. You don't have the wiggle room to try and draw and over-rotate, to commit back.
Smoke can go down. He's going to try and see if he can fight onto Blame here. Look to the right-hand side. A flashbang forward. The tap forward of the AK himself. And Grim taps it once, trying to force Blame to take a peek, but doesn't end up doing so. He's trying desperately to win this 1v1. There's no kit on Grim either. 10-second stick might have to be required, and Blame is continuously looking, continuously spraying. No stray bullets to land. The smoke is still up, but not for long. Kill found. Round also going the way of Astralis.
You could just picture the clutch bring one again, can't you? You get to that sort of scenario.
Gonna rush forward a bit. Blind sprays, does so much damage. Gets away with 1 kill. FaNg, however, forced to trade. Config extends out towards Squeak Door. And Zipex catches FaNg in center sight. So it will be 4 alive for Astralis this time as they take on Lucky 13.
You just can't imagine that that is the read that's going to be coming out for JT. That, okay, we go for the topside play, and Config runs through Squeak Door. Very good adaptation on the fly there for Astralis. Not only do they capitalize on
10 grand worth of money, and he could still drop weapons. Astralis could still scrape together a decent buy, but it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, superb teamwork there for Complexity. They're trying to get JT to have the super late wrap. That presence keeps getting applied, that you're making it uncomfortable for the topside anchors. FaNg's even able to sort of find that impact from ramp. You've got some of the topside players really hitting out. And then from that point onwards, JT's got an easy kill. Just to get in from heaven, deal with Zip, start putting pressure down to the single door, drop this final AK. How many kills come through? Maybe a couple? Okay, that's all important. Only 1 gets dropped, and Grim doesn't even go down to the bomb, so 4 alive for Complexity.
Never mind, FaNg actually goes up with the bomb, so no rifles regained for Complexity. Not enough damage to really justify the hunt there. At least the AWP stays in. That's mission critical, maintained for the Complexity side. They can even buy a double AWP setup into round 27. 13 all. And if Astralis get the lead here, then it might be lights out for Cole.
Yeah, we start comparing the money flow. Astralis have got funds in the bank. They've got some wiggle room to work with. And for Complexity, it is a hefty investment going.
Back behind the smokes of the locker rooms, and there will be a player aggressing against that man. FaNg tries to find a frag, but it's Farlig that again gets the kill. Junior trading it back to a 3 versus 3 and falling back to the ramp position.
Grim's going to have to really step up, because it does look as if, and indicating a topside split. And now even ramp, look at what's going on with Zip. He's starting to get so aggressive. He's starting to really take the map control away, and he might capitalize on them all in lobby.
AK standing, Junior checking the ramp entrance. Well, FaNg check the backside, the gun barrel peeks out, the spray's good, 4-2, with Config finding JT out towards Squeaky, again pushing forward, again finding the lobby control, and again leaving Grim in a 1v5.
Dealt with one, and any more is going to be a difficult factor, trying to get down the ladder. Zip is on the other side, there's so many players around, they're going to have to lightly eco, and that's why we're only seeing ever so upgrades for them.
They're not even many kills against the complexity side either, so... Save AK, Galil, smokes up towards Mini, and that'll siphon off one angle that the CTs can play with, the AWP in at locker rooms. Not seen by JT. No one's playing Overwatch at Heaven either, so he could try a wrap play, checking all corners. Config gets caught through the smoke by Floppy, so that's a start out for complexity this time. JT continues working in, he heard those scopes as well.
Yeah, this fight could win the round, honestly, and even that might not make a difference. FaNg getting another kill towards topside, that's just distraction being pulled now.
ZipX caught off by JT, so another CT falls. FaNg pressure from all sides of the site. Grim gets his kill in the round, and blameF in a 1 versus.
Towards the outside.
Incendiary in the hands of Glaive. Config walking forward. Utility ready on the top of the roof. Junior, you can see him in the corner of your screen right there. He's ready to put some mollies down. And counter incendiary from Glaive. Smartly caught, but he's going to rush forward a bit. Blind sprays, does so much damage. Gets away with 1 kill. FaNg, however, forced to trade. Config extends out towards Squeak Door. And ZipX catches FaNg in center sight. So it will be 4 alive for Astralis this time as they take on Lucky 13.
You just can't imagine that that is the read that's going to be coming out for JT. That, okay, we go for the topside play, and Config runs through Squeak Door. Very good adaptation on the fly there for Astralis. Not only do they capitalize on the mountain of frags that are coming out from that hut position, but then Config starts over-aggressing. And
look at how close Glaive is. Look at how close Farlig is. AK, slow walk in. There's a good shot. There's a good kill. Trying to escape dodge here against the player inbound from long, but you still got to worry about Farlig here. No, not quite the shot he wants. Farlig right around the corner. Both shots miss out. Okay, Junior stays alive. 3 to his name. At least a rifle left for complexity. Damage done to Astralis. But just not enough money to go for a 4. Hunt out towards that mid position. The confidence to go there without utility. Meanwhile, all sorts of flashes and spokes going out at the complexity side. Still can't get Blame to drop. Drops out towards pit position. Nades out for him. Of course, they know that he's there, so they will be able to hunt the kill eventually. And Zip caught with a USP in hand means that he's ultimately dead to rights on FaNg's part. Farlig forced to trade. 4v3 for complexity here.
And complexity just keep the tempo up. Rather than falling back and realizing that they've got to fight quite heavy towards long, they keep getting their flashes out, help each other get around that pit position, allow the man...
Now set for his own 3K, this time on a clutch, a 1v1, switching to the AK as Floppy slowly gives chase. Farlig also slows the pace down. Both players extremely careful about this. Farlig getting into harder cover. Seen there. Tap burst fire for Floppy. That's all he needs to do. Win out the 15th. Secure it easy. And get us up on map point for complexity.
The clutches. The clutches have been the difference maker here for complexity. So many 1vx's have gone their way.
The head not seen. Grim crossing past. Sees Farlig. He gets his frag. Floppy alone. Eco still for Astralis. This is Config. Floppy just moving forward towards his angle. Spotting players. Gets the engagement against Blame and also wins against Farlig. And there you go. That is a 13 for complexity. Just barely held together. Astralis, though, inches away, probably even a pixel away from getting this round.
Really working with any of the util without a kit factor. Grim's going to have to step up incredibly quickly with this kill.
Oh, just out of his periphery. Glaive's going to catch the frag, so advantage.
That's going to keep the AWP in play. The rest of the T's just backing off to long.
Do get an extra AK out for their trouble, so a slight bonus for the CTs. Never mind, FaNg actually goes up with the bomb, so no rifles regained for complexity. Not enough damage to really justify the hunt there. Center of the site, catching blameF. Farlig then to deal with Floppy, but Grim doubles up, looks for the triple, but Ziff gets it to a 1 versus 1. 9 points of HP. Junior with a nade out, and Ziff barely alive. Still Junior looking for the kill, but he can't land it. The spray drives him off, and Ziff, 1 headshot's all he requires, but 1 bullet's all Junior needs. A USP will deliver the final blow, and it will be a lead barely defended by off. Meanwhile, Glaive tries action out towards this long control, getting floppy. Suddenly, Junior is left alone. A 1 versus 2, AK in hand. Aware that FaNg's inbound towards short somewhere. Will he push ahead of the smoke? Yes, he will. Junior's ready for it. Not aware of how close Glaive is. Now he most certainly is. Shot bringing out. AK looking for the spray now, looking for the headshot back into the IGL. And he wins that engagement. Hell of a clutch for Junior. Hell of a round for Complexity.
Really well played. He kept his nerve there, because really what Astralis is trying to do is pull that attention. Allow Junior to reposition to look.
He does get the kill, but as if they're quick to the trade. Sees the heads of Junior and Co, but Junior's orb lands a body shot. That's all he needs. Floppy lines up 2, only gets 1, but blameF tagged low enough to the point where he has to save again. Grim first to fall to blameF's part as the long engagement continues to come through. FaNg might get forced into a fight, being the only rifle. JT's SMG might not be enough here, and FaNg goes back to him with 33 HP. He's got 3 kills. JT gets 1 as well, and that might just be enough.
Oh my goodness. Config just going to get that 1-for-1, try and fall back. He's got a teammate to peek with him. Grim just can't peek. As soon as that incendiary comes down, he doesn't have the HP to work with.
Aggress out towards lane instead. Almost catch JT. USP pulled out against Floppy. That's 2 players that blameF can hunt for. Nade towards the position. That probably no, doesn't quite catch JT actually. Landing on the lip of that boost up. Zipex's nade will eventually get his kill. Double up against Floppy. USP pulled out against Grim for the triple. AK up close and personal against blameF. Will at least find that 1 good trade back, but still can't see where the next CT is at. The bomb almost goes down here. Junior actually takes 5 points of HP. Grim trying to wrap that corner. Eventually we'll get it to a 2 versus 2. But HP numbers on the T side do not look fantastic. The USP pulled out for Farlig for good reason here. Bomb attempted to plant. I think on the safe side ahead of the smoke. Either way, Glaive's going to get Grim. Junior in the 1v2. Needs to hit both headshots. Not going to happen.
Yeah, very awkward there for the T-side players. You don't really have the time to work with for
his team. FaNg, 1 behind him. Those are the 2 players you want to see perform. And look at Floppy. Straight out the gate, straight out the center of the site. Config, spray on 1, only gets 1. Glaive trades, Floppy responds. JT falls in turn to a 3v2. Low HP from Zipex. Out towards lobby as Junior gets that frag. He suddenly stands alone with the bomb in the center of the site. He's got to make his way forward. He's got to clutch this.
They need one of these clutches to really come through at this exact moment. And for Astralis, they could just play off one another. You've got Farlig aggressive out from ramp. Junior trying to walk through the squeak door. Needs to try and engage the fight onto blameF immediately.
Look at the angles Astralis are holding as well. Backed up, passive. Waiting to try bracketing Junior to a different angle. He could also make his way downstairs. They think he might be playing towards outside or back in towards ramp. But vent dive can come through from the player. If he does it silently, he can get the bomb down without contest.
Yeah, as soon as he opens up one of the doors, the rotates are going to be on pretty quickly. Knowing that the
face and FaNg takes the kill and holds the round together to get the pistol for Complexity.
Yeah, it's an excellent effort there from Astralis. Think about the way that initial duels start coming out. It's really Junior and Grim that start holding down the defensive. They drop the bomb, they force Astralis in a 2v5 situation. The trades ending up sort of going back and forth. Farlig gets involved into the mix. Glaive is trying to continue to draw the fights. The fact that they're even able to get a bomb plant in that situation defies expectations into that round. Complexity win an all-important clutch, but look at the...
So ready to get these frags. FaNg about to round the corner. Oh, he's seen. That's a kill. That's a double. That's a round.
A beautiful angle, just hugging the corner right there down towards...
Going to look towards backside. Glaive gets caught. 2 players left, and he gets a double up as well. Farlig with 1 good trade back. More top of the bomb. That's perfect. Is there a smoke down for Junior? I don't think there is. A kill can come through. He's done it himself. Farlig with a triple, in fact. He goes up with the bomb, but it's a... And it's all on Glaive. Hiding back behind car, seeing JT. Burst lose the damage. Junior's fallen, as is JT, but Grim's way too close and way too agile. That will be 16-13. Complexity take map 1.
Oh, they ended on a clutch again, Jay. What a situation for Complexity to work with. Those last few rounds of the map going their way, getting a streak together. They get the job done. 16-13 for them.
Hell of an effort. It didn't come without its difficulty, though, and they've already set themselves up ideally. As well, Farlig with 1 good trade back. More top of the bomb. That's perfect. Is there a smoke down for Junior? I don't think there is. A kill can come through. He's done it himself. Farlig with a triple, in fact. He goes up with the bomb, but it's a sacrifice worthy for Astralis' first on the T side.
At time stalling. That's exactly what Astralis are looking for in that post plant. 3v3, Complexity slow it down. They try and see if they can reposition, force a fight out. You mentioned it, the AWP's looking up to that window position. Is anyone going to overface? Nobody does from Astralis. And now...
Floppy ready for more out towards the ramp position. It's the AWP Junior that actually gets the next kill back. Floppy does get his piece of the pie. And the 1 player, oh, Junior, a little bit shocked at that one. Does get picked up by Config in the end. He wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, tactically, Complexity have looked fantastic on the T side. The way in that round there, they really slow it down. They're able to make it uncomfortable for the A-site players. Zip's only really able to find one from that ramp angle. Yeah, he deals with the in-game leader of JT, but when he starts swinging back up to ramp, that's where Junior with the AWP is repositioned to allow that instant trade to come through. And then while Astralis, especially the B players, are thinking, okay, we've got to quickly rotate over to A as quickly as possible, that's where Floppy can slowly walk out from the lower tunnels, facing towards that mid door.
Yeah. Incendiaries and flashes, the smokes get blocked off by Farlig, needs to win that first fight, and that second not quite so much so, but he's done his work here. He's got a kill, he's got a massive gap in that smoke. It's easy pickings for blameF. So much damage done to Floppy and FaNg. At least they'll get out of dodge safely and evade that nade. Junior will cross in the end as well, so all three players will be known down here in secret, and Config is just so ready to get these frags. FaNg bouts around the corner. Oh, he's seen, that's a kill, that's a double, that's a round.
A beautiful angle, just hugging the corner right there down towards the bottom of secret position. And what Complexity are trying to do is get a boost up to look to double doors, to give themselves the height advantage, maybe catch Config off guard, but the reposition's just everything. Junior back in for a fight, trying to make it more expensive. Drop more of these rifles if so possible.
Still a bonus round for Astralis, though. They should be pretty good on the money line. I mean, you can take a look at the cash amounts they've got and the fact that they can buy up these weapons, trade up to the SMGs, they can find the drop weapons as well. Junior's got a lot of work to do, a 1v4 clutch. He's just capitulating now.
Oh, this is getting so uneasy. And with Astralis and all these players down on A, if there's some more bait setups, there could still be some further damage. JT's alone.
He's also low, and he's dead. FaNg comes up with a trade. Zipex working in from this donut position. Glaive and Blame will end up falling as Zipex makes it a 1v1 up against Junior. What a tap! Oh my God, that was a shot. And that is a round for Astralis. There's your eco steal, Dweg.
Yeah, that one I'll accept. What was there?
And blameF catches him off guard as he wasn't quite ready for the corner. This player's taking the triple for blameF once again, stacking up the numbers like he's done all day today. Floppy in a 1v5 with no chance in hell.
You say floppy or do you say sloppy? Come on, what is that in the outside position? The space...
BT player, Junior spots Config, forcing him back passive over at the short control, but he still peeks in, gets another good headshot, a 5 versus 3, making it 2 as Config doubles up himself. JT and FaNg, there should be no way back out of this pistol, especially as FaNg's being faced around by Config. There's the headshot, 1v5.
What a perfect start this has been from Astralis. Players all around the A side now, and JT's all alone, just hoping for anything.